Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti, and today we're bringing ATB-TV live, Peter, from the store in Ballarat, Latrobe Street, called the Haymarket. And if we just step out of shot a bit, you can see an extensive range of pet food and horse food and farm supplies and lots of grains and everything you want if you're a pet owner.
Big credit account here, Darren.
I spend a lot of money here, Pete. Yeah, I'd easily spend $50,000 a year here just on one aspect of our horse feed.
Yep.
The high protein High Pro that's made by James and Son that the Haymarket supply to us. So just thought it might be interesting just to do ATB-TV from here, Pete. But they looked a bit nervous when we walked in and we said we're from Current Affair and looking at price collusion.
Yeah, they were sort of pushing us into the corner anyway. But another good reason why we're in here, Darren, that it's about 6 degrees outside.
I know you wanted to be over on the other corner where the fire was, but this gives us a better drop of all the products in the background there.
I'd sing the little Haymarket jingle that's on the TV, but I don't want to embarrass anyone, especially myself.
That's it, mate. All right, well, let's run through last week's runners. We go back to Thursday.
Yeah, after the comedy show at Sandown with yourself and Roger and Peter Ellis, I went to Ballarat, where Revolutionary, he really disappointed Saab this time. Unfortunately finished well back down the track.
He rode him quiet, and he was very quiet.
Rode him quiet, the horse liked it, yeah.
Where's he going now?
He wants to, he hasn't set a target, he's looking for a 2,000 metre race, and he's going to ride him a little bit more positive than the other day. Do-day.
He's running out of chance.
He's had a few do-days, but a real do-day.
Yeah.
Apparently he's been schooling really well, and it's one little niche that he's okay at, but that's for another day, the old jumps. Big weekend, Darren. We had Swan Hill.
You're up there on the drink. You kept ringing me. I couldn't understand a word you're saying.
Yeah, righto. Wrong number. Who's that? So we had 6 runners up there, and we'll go through them day by day.
Where do we start?
We'll go to Flemington first, where you went to see Falago run, and he was good in a race that reminded me of Vogue days.
Yeah, well, it was quite unbelievable. Pre-race, they were all saying, a bit of a concern. There's no pace in the race, no speed. You're going to have to be positive, Dean. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. And Kate Walters on her horse, going up the back hill, 20 lengths in front. They all lost sight of her. And it was a really smart ride, actually. She got out 20 lengths in front and got them all off the bit, and they all had the chase, and she won by a length and a half. And on the corner, I thought for 2 bounds, Falago looked like he was going to run into it. Yeah. They were all waiting for him to stop, but she didn't stop. The horse kept going, and they couldn't get it. So we ran an honourable third. The run will bring him on, and I'd say in a similar race in a couple of weeks he'll be ready.
There's a couple of options. There's even one in
Banjo,
South Australia.
Pants, Patterson.
Yeah, that's the race. Yeah, I did listen to RSN yesterday, and apparently, even though she was well out in front, she rated her horse perfectly. I was watching the sectionals. They were 12 and a half, 12.7. So it wasn't like she was running 10s or 11s. She was running 12s and 12s and a half. And she said in the interview she had no idea. No. But the others were obviously running, well, I don't know, 20 lengths. They must have been running a second slower or more. Yeah. Maybe a second and a half slower. So they just didn't when you sprint to the 500, you're not going to catch them. No.
Well, she's done a great job. Good on them.
Wayne Walters gets his horses fit, and they do ride a lot of their horses like that, so good luck to them.
Well, since they've moved down the other side of Melbourne, they're certainly going better.
Yes, not wrong there.
So you at Swan Hill, Pete, did you actually see any races?
I did. Very happy. First cab off the rank was our winner, Social Spin. Yes. The big Toorak Toff, half to La Passe.
Couldn't win, you said?
No, I didn't say that. Well, there's concerns. There was a lot of weather, obviously.
Heavy
wet weather.
10.
Yeah, and there was concerns. He's such a big horse. Like, he's all legs and obviously still developing. And he paraded beautifully, but that was a concern. That would he get through it? And Weary had a couple in that one in they backed. And anyway, Jared Lawrence-Cerny jumped him out, sat outside the leader and kicked away, and they couldn't get near him.
Do you reckon he kicked away or he plodded away?
Well, he plodded away. I was there watching it with the group, and at the 200 when he was getting to the front, that last 200 seemed to take, well, I don't know what they were the last 200 in, but it was
25.
Yeah, but he was strong to the line, and he blew from 10s to 16s in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Did you back it?
Oh, a little bit each way.
Did Crowie back it?
Yeah, he nearly knocked me down the hill. I think they all backed it around me, Crowie.
I reckon when Crowie wins, who's to remind you of when he wins? Roger Gleason.
Yeah, very excited.
Hey, they could be related.
Next day, after Pico ran a place, we were driving out. We nearly ran over Crowie. He was
in a world of his own.
Yeah, in a happy world of his own. Just great to see.
Good on them. And look, they're local Swan Hill boys. So it's fantastic for them to win a race on their home track over the Carnival.
Yeah, no, and
so congratulations to everyone that was in that horse.
Quite happy to get into the members there.
I think that mare Pirouettes has had 7 winners now. Yeah. And La Passe went first up unexpectedly.
And on a heavy 10 as well.
Yeah, they just love the mud, so he's going at the right time.
Well, she proved that she could handle the top of the ground with
later
a
on.
great win. So
won a couple of Group 2s.
Jared Lawrence-Sonny thought that he would be a better horse on top of the ground, but anyway, we'll take that win and we move forward. And I see they picked out a race at Caulfield.
Yeah, remember he had his first start and he was well fancied, and at Bendigo it was, and he ran last, and looked hopeless. And where he goes, I like this horse. Everyone sort of looked at him cross-eyed.
And he kept maintaining that.
Told him, made us gelding, and there he goes. Away we go again.
Yeah, no, proven right again, and look, he'll be
$16.
He'll be a good fun horse, this bloke. Yeah, only a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't look like a 2-year-old.
No.
Looks like a mountain.
So for the people that are in our other Toorak Toff down there with Robbie Griffiths, well, there's one of our Toorak Toffs winner.
They seem to be pretty handy horses.
Yeah, yep. Same day we had Lady McPhee.
Yep.
In the 975. Tactics were to course wide, and look, it just didn't work out. To her credit, she finished 5th.
Yeah, she covered a lot of extra ground, but that was the plan. Michelle walked the track with the jockey, Billy Egan, and they had a plan to go wide, and that's where the best ground was. And the horse got out there, and then I'm not really sure what happened on the corner. It looked like he might have dropped his rein, and then when he grabbed it, he sort of pulled her in, and she darted, and then she just ran out of time to pick him up. The run was full of merit, I thought.
It was a bit. The jocks were in between whether they come out and went out. Like the race before, a few come out in that 975. I think because of the short trip, they all stayed to the rail. If they'd all sort of tried to come towards the outside, we would have picked up that little bit of ground.
We just lost 4 lengths on the bend. And,
but look,
I still think he might have dropped the reins.
Damned if you don't. But anyway,
so she's going to have a little
break now. Yeah, Artie Sano. Well, for a horse we thought might have got through it. He looked like he was out there without gum boots on. It just didn't handle it at all. He travelled okay the 800, and then he was never in it.
Nah.
He has put in a couple of ordinary ones up at Swan Hill. Maybe it's just the trek up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think the bog, he's not a heavy 10 horse on that run.
No, so we'll just...
But his run at Hamilton was really good, wasn't it?
Always interesting where he said he had a few up there that should have ran better, but they weren't fit enough to handle those heavy conditions.
Yeah, second up, he might have been going to put a flat run in anyway, and then it just made it look really bad on heavy 10. So you just got to wait till next start. There's nothing more you can say.
No, he'll just freshen him up, and then he probably
get him fitter.
Yeah, well. Star Plane went along similar lines this prep, and then eventually got him winning. Yeah. We'll go to Wanted Diva now. She ran at Morphettville and looked just plain. She had a nice run and retired. Yeah.
Came home last night.
That's it.
Done.
Breeding barn.
10 or 11 starts for a couple of city win and a Cranbourne win, but she's, you can tell she doesn't want to really do it, so she's lost interest in racing, and
it's amazing how you do see
switched off.
Some 2-year-olds are up and about, and then they just don't carry on.
A lot of them don't race on when they perform early, and she's one of them.
I don't know whether it's mares or just in general, but
I
you do
think
see
general, Geldings might come back a bit later, but mares typically, you rarely see those good 2-year-olds later
back, on. Sunday, so we had 3 more runners at Swan Hill. We had 2 in the one race in the 975. We had Millinery and Pico. Both ran really well. We'll start with Millinery, where that was the first runner for Daniel Bowman, and she's been a real, how would you put it, cotton wool, slowly, just get to the races.
She's got a lot of issues.
Yeah, and I think...
And for those that don't know, Daniel Bowman, young trainer, was Warrnambool foreman for Darren Weir for a number of years. Followed on from when Mitch Freedman was foreman there.
That's right.
He's got a good background, and he's making his own way in the training ranks, isn't he?
He's trained 50 or 60 winners in 3 years, I suppose.
So he trains out of Warrnambool, small team. Him and his wife Danita run the show. And I thought Millinery ran really well. I thought she ran really well. I think if it had been a soft 7, she would have been in the finish.
Staffed it up.
Change of scenery, guys. A la last week, I had trouble with my memory card, and the Haymarket no longer, and here I am out at Darrawee. So we'll finish off the ATB segment. We haven't got Darren Dance, but I've got Rachel, who I'll have on vision in a minute, help me out. Here we've got PK, and we're just finishing off talking about millinery. They both ran the same race. Just to finish off with millinery, she did run really well first up, and for you guys in her, we look forward to a win out of her very shortly. PK in the same race, here he is here, now trying to bite me and take hunks out of him. He ran terrific in the same race to finish third. Flew home, 9.75, they're always going to be a bit nippy for him early. But his last 100 metres was really strong. He only needed another couple of hops here on a ran second, and if you look here, he likes leading himself. He's chewing his lead. So terrific result with PK, and we look forward to him having a good winter prep. Here he goes having a go at me jumper. I'm going to get out of here shortly, but he'll probably step out to 1,000 or 1,100 next start and be very hard to beat. Just to finish off with PK there, he was eating my jumper because it's tucker time here at Weirs. It's about 3 o'clock, 3:30, and my jumper was tasting good, but now he's into his tucker. For all you owners, PK is right near the office, so if you're not paying your bills, he'll be in there and making sure you get them done. See you, mate. Alright, for everyone out there that's part owner of Ransom Money, or Dollar as he's known in the stables, Rachel's just got him here. As you can see, he's in one of the more updated yards where he's got a swimming pool of his own out here. Now, we've had a lot of rain the last week or so here at Ballarat, but all the boys that like to play in the mud are out here, and he's one of them. Obviously, we've got him in at Bendigo on a benchmark 70 over 1,300 on Sunday. Also been nominated for a Chuka. A lot of rain forecast again from Friday onwards, so if we think it's maybe going to be too heavy and a bit of hard work for him first up, we might just bypass and go to a Chuka, which is 3 hours north of here, and generally a little bit drier, although it's going to be pretty well wide cast this weather. As you can see, very happy horse, had a really good preparation, trials have been good, and you know, we look forward to a really good first up performance from him, and actually a really good winter campaign. Obviously a city winner. He's earned a check and around 30,000 winning at his first 2 preparations, so if we can get that again, he well and truly pays for his way. And as you can see, as I get in here a bit closer, loves the camera too, as does Rach. Just adding a bit more to looking at those yards, and there are plans in place. As you can see, there's quite a few yards out here. We're on the west side of Weary Stables, and there's a lot of open outside yards. Weary forever building and remodelling his stables. You can see from that shed there, from the height of the where the spout is right through to there, where those couple of horses are there, and up to where that other road is, it's going to be undercover. And as you can see, there's some undercover yards here, and you can see the big walker there. So this will be basically a little centre of its own away from where the other walker is. So everything here, the horses can be through, you know, using the walkers and all that there without having to walk them all the way back to where the major part of the training centre is. So more proposals, and typical of Weary, continue to build on the asset that's already a fantastic stabling environment. Here we are in the box where Misty C is, and he's a little luckier than Ransom Money. He's got a box that faces the west, and the wind's coming from the southwest, so he's nice and cosy in here. And obviously he ran in the last race at Swan Hill on the 3rd day, and that was after there was 25 sort of races before him. And as we all know, he struck a very, very heavy track, probably about a heavy 15. It was more puggy than anything by that day, and look, he did a really good job to finish 5th. The way the race panned out, he was always going to settle back 6th or 7th, and then when Dean had to make his run, all the jockeys that had half a brain went to the outside, which left Dean with no choice, probably to come where it's a little bit inferior. But to the horse's credit, he hit the line nicely. I know we're well into winter, so we're just going to be a little bit more particular with what kind of track we find. You can handle a heavy, I think, but just probably more the 7 or 8 range rather than the real severe, heavy, boggy tracks. But look, the horse is in good form. He was terrific at Mildura. He's backed that up again. It's just the circumstances of the track more so than anything that brought him undone. But to his credit, like I said, he was brave. I'm not too sure where the plans are to go next, but I think there was Donald mentioned, which he did run well at 3 starts ago, 1300 metre race. We look forward to that. That'll be about 10 days time, and yeah, the horse is going really well. Now that he's struck peak fitness, let's hope we can get a win shortly. And that's Rachel there, who's looking after Misty C and is helping me go around 3 or 4 of our horses here on a 7-degree afternoon at Ballarat. See you midnight. Rightio, we've got Astrological here, or Tarot as she's known around the stables, and she's got a, it's about 8 degrees here at Ballarat. Not much rain, but it's windy. There's been plenty of rain, but she's got a box on the sort of west side of Weary Stables, and the wind is coming from behind her box, so she's very comfortable. There's quite a few out in the day yards you'd be thinking, why am I a racehorse? But look, this little girl is very comfortable. As you know, she's nominated or accepted to run at Wodonga on Saturday. At this stage she's racing. It's a heavy 8. We're very mindful that we probably, you know, that's probably as heavy as we'd like it for her. She did struggle a little bit at Cranbourne 2 starts ago, so we'll just wait and see. It's a perfect little 3-year-old fillies race for her. She's been knocking on the door without winning. We'd love to get a win for her, for you owners. She should have won a race or 2 by now. It's just been a bit of bad luck, but look, she's in good nick. If we can just make sure, it was meant to be 40 or 50 mils of rain, so I don't know how we're going to stop that, but hopefully way up there on the river at Wodonga, they do miss it, and she can go around, and look, she'll be very competitive in that race. If we can get that win for all you guys out there, it'll be very well deserved. So, so I'll give her a pat. As you can see, she's very relaxed, all rugged up. Yeah, we'll just hope and see if we can get a result on Saturday, so I'll get a kiss. Just back again here, I'm here with Astrological again. Just to finish it off, there was horses that were nominated across the weekend that won't run. Silver Stratum will head to Waterville. Penthouse Playboy was meant to be at Wodonga, heading up with her, but he'll now go to Ballarat here the following weekend. And we also had Sar Plain, Mothy, who was heading to Bendigo as well on Sunday, but he'll now go to Geelong in a benchmark 58. So feel someone down there. Oh, she's not like PK anyway, she's not taking hunts out of it. So that finishes it off. Yeah, so we'll have those runners. We won't have much earlier next week. By the time we're back again about next Wednesday or Thursday, we'll have a lot of runners like Safety Dance, Whitemore, Mr Moneybags, Carraganair, etc., to talk about. Yeah.